Hello, and while the rest of the internet was busy waiting for DLC 6 to arrive on their plating, we were busy finding new Easter eggs in this here version of Black Ops the 3rd. Yes, that's right. We're counting down the top 5 wonder weapons in Black Ops 3 Zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 will be counted on today's video. These WUNDERWAFFes are all from both Black Ops 3 Zombies and the Zombies Chronicles. It's a healthy mix, I find, to put them all together, which unfortunately, because there were so many good ones, really stacks the power advantage to these top 5. At least these top 5 I thought were some of the coolest ones. Unfortunately, you might get pissed off, so we're gonna have to ask for a like goal of 1,000 before we begin this here vidya, just because I know a bunch of the haters are lying in wait, just waiting for a video like this to pop up to leave a dislike. Well, please, we have to destroy them. Destroy all of them. Sorry, by leaving a like, and that will counteract all of the haters that are out there trying to deal their damage from their little peasant hoes. Anyway, I hope the message is loud and clear. 1,000 likes and this video shall begin. Just waiting on them likes, people. You can tell me when. Alright, regardless, we shall begin. I am done waiting. At number 5, the 5th best wonder weapon in Black Ops 3, I had to put this as the Thundergun, just because personally, I found the Thundergun to be a great weapon. It's one of the best in the game! But it's like, oh, there's not a lot of ammo for this weapon. I mean, there is, but there isn't. I mean, you know, some of our weapons are newer. This one's a little bit old. And you know what I think of old things? They ought to be thrown in the trash! No. Real talk, though, the Thundergun still holds up after all these years. I'm glad to see it return in Revelations. And all the other amazing maps that it decided to appear in. Most of the Zombie Chronicles maps, by the way. It really spoke out to the Zombies community about how great of a wonder weapon it was. Basically, if you get this, you're not going to go down as long as you know when to pull the trigger. Fortunately, I found that the little cone might be a little bit shaped inversely, which means the stream might be a little tighter when firing it at the zombies. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I use the Thundergun to fly over the map. But you wouldn't know about that, would you, hater? Nah, that's right. I'm on to you. At number 4 was simply the bows on... Almost said it. I'm gonna say it. No. No. Doritos Ranch! Why the bows were placed at number 4 above the Thundergun is simply because if you're playing with a whole bunch of people, you get a bow for each of you. Every single person can have their own bow. Unfortunately, because the storm bow is just so much more powerful than the rest, usually it's a race up to the bastion to get the piece from the tower. Usually this results in multiple people quitting when they don't get the storm bow, because old Jimbo turned the death ray on when they were up there. Well, what can I say? I know how to play the game. But real talk, the bows are pretty amazing. I love that there are 4 upgraded versions of them that each do a significant portion of damage. Easily outstanding of them is the storm bow, and even the wolf bow does its fair share. Even the lava bow is pretty cool, and the head bow is, you know, it's alright. But the Stormbow almost acts as if it is the WUNDERWAFFE, and even I might even throw in the Thundergun on that one, simply because it all lobs the whole bunch of zombies together and creates a storm, a whirlwind, that collects them all up. It's actually like another weapon we're going to talk about on this list. Spoiler alert. It can even pick up the Panzer and cause him to be immobilized for a few minutes, not minutes, seconds, so that you can take your shots at him, or the rest of the team can do damage to him with their guns and or bows. This is just a very powerful weapon, and just because there's so many options that you can go through to get whatever bows you need, and there's a wide variety of different effects that they have, I found that that was more rewarding than the Thundergun. I still love the Thundergun. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love the Thundergun. The Thundergun's amazing. It's just the variety here is like you're getting a buffet of deliciousness with every bow, except maybe, well, you know, the white bow. At number 3, another older entry. This is the Staffs of the Ancients from the new map, Origins! A lot of people tend to put the Staffs higher up on their list. I have it up pretty high on this one. I wasn't a big Origins fan when it came out, honestly, just because I had college starting up pretty much a few days after that. And then eventually, a few weeks after that, it was Grand Theft Auto 5 time. So I didn't have a lot of time to put in on the Origins grind when it first came out. And it left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth because I was like, oh, this is a very hard map. But then eventually, with the Zombie Chronicles now, I'm enjoying it. I've been playing it on backwards compat. I really understand the map a lot better than I did back when it came out, and appreciate it more, certainly so, now that I understand how you play it. I was always one of those people that would go for the box early, a box fool. And I realized that pubs on Origins is just legit fucking bullshit. What can I say? People just make the wrong plays all the time. If you play Origins, you don't really want to go for the box first. You really want to get your staffs done. Whatever staff you can get done, so you can go ahead and take the Panzer out later, and you're basically good to go. The staffs are your guaranteed wonder weapon, and they're easy to get. Hell, I did a guide on how to get a staff on round 1. The wind staff, and you can even get the lightning staff on round 1 if you want to play a little trickier. You don't have to. But the staffs really harken back similarly to the bows. You get 4 different staffs in their base editions, and then you get the 4 upgraded versions, which are even better. The wind staff in particular, often overlooked but upgraded, and it's a very simple upgrade process, I might add, simply makes the staff you basically a Thundergun, but even better. It takes a Tempest and then it wipes it across the map. It's like the Stormbow, that creates a little tornado, plus the Thundergun in terms of effect, and you have yourself a very, very deadly weapon. Ice Staff, non-upgraded, that shit can fuck off. But the rest are all very powerful fire bow staff, I mean! And the lightning staff even does its fair share of damage, and it's very easy to upgrade as well. So the staffs are coming in at number 3. What does that mean? It comes in at number 2? At number 2, the Apothicon Sword! Whoa, okay, now here's where things get interesting. Most people don't seem to put this on their list as viable top wonder weapons, but oh my god! I do love myself some of that sword action going down. Wow! This was a great wonder weapon in Shadows of Evil, and I think it's just because the zombies community sort of grew out of Shadows of Evil as a non-disc map, so it got played the most by far, and it's so far in the past to Black Ops 3-ness. It's the closest map to Black Ops 2, if you know what I mean. Just in time. We're farther away from that. Actually, we're about as equal distance as far from that as it was from Black Ops 2 when it got released. No, we're not! Almost. Well, we're pretty close. Nah. Not even remotely. Anyway, Shadows of Evil, the swords. Very simple process to get. A very, very easy wonder weapon to get. These are very much like the staffs and the bows in the sense that you get 4 of them. So each player can go get their own. Upgrading them, however, is not, I'd say, well, I mean, at least turning them into the swords with the egg process is a little more complicated than the staffs. And it's not as quite as intricate as the bows. As the bows had their own individual quests to be upgraded that were all varying and different. This was very much the same bullshit. For one sword was with the other. So what you would do is you put the egg in the Cthulhu, you kill all the things around it, it sucks the souls in, so it's a soul box, okay? You do this 4 times, you're done. Or was it 3? I don't care anymore. And then you have to go fight a whole bunch of Margwa with it to upgrade it. And then the upgraded version, oh my god! Was that the better one? Why I put this so high up is because unlike the other sort of wonder weapons, unlike the staffs, unlike the bows, this actually feels like you're doing work with it. What can I say? When you bust out that sword and the flame sword comes out, you don't have to do anything, but you can, and all you're doing is chopping up shit with your gosh darn sword, slicing up everything that comes in your way. Like, at this juncture in the game, you probably have all your perks that you need. So you're basically running around like a god with this amazing sword cutting up anything that gets in your way. You don't get the same feeling playing with the sword that you get playing with the staffs, playing with the bows, playing even with the Thundergun. So with those other weapons, you kind of can camp. You can camp if you need to, or you can play it in a tighter circle. This is getting up and close personal. The zombies can literally surround you. You can pull out the sword and then just start chopping everything. You can do a ground pound move, which is okay. It kind of sucks. But the flame sword will also do its choppy movements as well, slicing up everyone in your way. This honestly makes you feel so much super powered than I found the other wonder weapons on this list. And that's really part of the feeling of playing zombies. Like, as you progress through the map, you start off really shitty with no perks and a very weak gun, and then you progress into this sort of super soldier perked up on all these drugs with imaginary amazing weapons. And this just made it feel even more epic by having one you could wield in your hand and do all the damage with. Like, you sped up with the sword, you were running faster, and you're slicing and dicing every single person that gets in your way. Plus, the sword talks to you. That's just a bonus, and it's a little bit creepy. At number 1, we have the Marastagwa. Could it be anything else, really, at this point? I don't even know. The Marastagwa, unlike the swords, bows, and staves, only allows you to have one of them, but that's okay, because the Marastagwa, even the upgraded version, they're both great. And what they do is they create a little black hole, and they suck all the zombies in. It is so overpowered. It's more powerful than every other wonder weapon on this list on that basis alone. It's one shot, insta-kill. Everything that walks near it is dying. Nothing that walks by you ain't getting sucked into that hole. And where do they go? I don't know. Probably the bottom of the stores where they belong. Anyway, that is number 1, the Marastagwa, the Apothecon Servant. Again, this is another wonder weapon that you can camp with or do whatever you want with. You're never going to get in trouble with the Marastagwa as long as you have ammo. If you don't, well, what would you think was going to happen? Anyway, please be sure to leave a like and share this video. I hope you found this enjoyable and informative. My top 5 wonder weapons of all time in Black Ops 3 Zombies. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Hater, we're on the road to 800,000. Every subscription is just a little darling that makes the whole job a lot easier. And I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you want to see more top 5s from yours truly. If you don't, then simply leave a comment in the comment section below and a like. Oh, I tricked you. What you know about that? Peace out.